Hello everybody, my name is Toxic Nerve and welcome to another For Honor video. So I had an idea. I wanted to learn the Conqueror because he's the least played and I like weird characters that people don't play. I don't know why, it's just a thing I do. So I figured what I would do is I would start a new series about me learning how to play the Conqueror, and that being said, I would try to record me playing the Conqueror every chance I had. Um, And you know, you can kind of learn the Conqueror with me if you like, if you haven't played the Conqueror but are interested in playing him. And so first, what I like to do when learning a new character, this is just how I've found that I improve my gameplay. Like I did this with the Shinobi when the Shinobi first came out. I did this with the Orochi when I wanted to kind of get used to not having a reflex block system, that sort of thing, and like practicing parrying and deflecting, things like that. I came to the practice arena against these bots. Basically, all you have to do is you go to the, I think it's the play menu or the multiplayer menu, whatever it is, and then you just go down to how to play, and then there's all these bot options. So, the first thing I like to do is kind of figure out the move set. Oh, they have a charging heavy attack? Oh, that's what that means. Okay. I didn't know. Oh my god, that does a lot of damage. Oh, okay. Wow. See, everything's a learning experience. Conscript's attrition. Now, one thing I found about this, because I was just messing around a second while I was making sure everything was working for recording, was that you hit from the left and then you hit from the right. It's like basically you go with his move, with his arms, which direction they go, and you can literally just string this on for friggin' ever. It's ridiculous. But that's how you do that. That's how you do that infinity thing. Final argument, R1, R1, R2. Okay, wait, what? R1, R1, and then R2. Okay. Oh, that's right, I should just go backwards. Blocking stance. Okay, so that's R2, R2. Lock on, there we go. Okay. And I literally just go through all of them, kind of just practice things. Charging shield crush. Okay. Let's try this out. So sprinting. Oh, that's how those guys do it. So it's just, okay. So this is kind of like the Lawbringer in his attack, but instead of hitting R2, you guard break. Okay. Oop, that's just a regular guard break. Okay. It takes a lot of stamina, but okay. I think. Yeah, it takes about half my stamina, but it does a little bit of stamina damage to them. Okay. Oh, I can... Wait, what? So okay. Right, so I go... Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, so I dash forward, block thing. Okay. Alright, interesting. R2, I can just... Let's see, so I connect an R2. Does it matter if I hit? Oh, no, it does not. Okay, so I don't even have to hit it. That's good to know. That's good stuff to know. That's one of the reasons why I like to do this. Is I learn certain things. So like I know, like the Valkyrie, whenever you do a heavy, doesn't matter if it connects or not. And I'm not sure. Like if you parry it, that doesn't work. But I think if it's a block, you can still do it. But it's basically the same thing where you do a shield bash. Because basically every time you do a heavy with Valkyrie, you can do that. It doesn't matter if it connects or if they block, I think. I'd have to retest that. It's been a little while since I played the Valkyrie, but... Okay, so... Okay, so lots of things getting them a little farther. Oh, that's it. Okay. That seems pretty straightforward. Then I just have to, you know, get better. So let's see. Dodge out of the way. And you've got the charge thing where you just kind of sit there. Does it? Oh yeah, so it does drain stamina while you're waiting. Okay, so it's kind of interesting. I'm glad I learned the Shinobi with the whole charging mechanics. 'Cause I didn't know it did that. So that's interesting. Wait, does that mean if I connect it? Oops, I screwed that timing up. Okay, so oh, yep, that counts. Okay, interesting. And then if you do the infinite thing where you're going back and forth with the light attacks, you can actually turn that into the that one. What is that one called? Final argument. So let's see. So you can kind of string that along because basically, I'll just show you here. I'm gonna hit him more than twice with my light attack, and then oh maybe oops my timing was off. My bad. See, that's the other thing is I want to kind of learn. You know, I just want to show how I learn the timings of things because every class has like certain timings for things except for pairing and stuff because that's universal. But when it comes to like class specific stuff, they all have like a specific timing that you have to learn. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so yeah. So you can literally just sit here and string your light attacks and then finish it up with a heavy to make into that final argument attack. That's interesting. Okay. So I think I've learned kind of the basics of his moveset. So I'm going to move forward. Wait, is there options to change? That's one thing that would be nice in this game is if they had something where you can kind of up some bot control so you wouldn't have to leave and then reboot everything because it's actually kind of annoying to be if I'm being perfectly honest. But yep. So we gotta leave. I'm gonna leave this practice. I'm gonna bring it up a notch and go to the first level bot, and I'll show you how exactly it does. But yeah, so you go to the play tab, custom match. Oh, oops, not cut. Ugh, what am I talking about? How to play. I know how to do this. And then there's dual practice. Yeah, there's bot level 0, which was what we were just doing, where they don't do anything. 1, 2, and 3. 3 is pretty hard in Valkyrie. That's just all I've noticed. I haven't really delved too much into it. Let's go to 1 because that's pretty basic. It's easy to kind of figure out, and I can kind of see how I feel with the Conqueror. Get a little bit of a feel for him. And then I think after I kind of feel like I have a good feel with the Conqueror, we'll go into an actual match. I apologize if this is boring, but I'm just trying to... This is just how I learn a class, and I figured I could maybe show you guys and see if anything, see if it interests you. Because I love enjoying new classes, and especially when it's something that's not played very often, and I love the Shinobi, and that's one of the reasons why I picked up the Shinobi, was... Oh, yeah, I forgot. Was just because... Oops. Sorry, I get into that concentrated mode, but okay. But when the DLC first came out, the Shinobi was actually not played that often, so I decided, and I hadn't seen I hadn't actually seen a good Shinobi for that first week, so I was like, okay, I'll pick up the Shinobi, see what I think, and I love the Shinobi. It's one of my top 2 class. Probably my second favorite class, besides the the Lawbringer being my first. But that's also the Lawbringer was also the first class that I really got into. All right, so let's talk about this. So yeah, this is the. Let's see. Oh yeah, so that's the other thing is that it kind of puts into blocking, so I can kind of see how I can string things together. Oh, I keep on attacking where he's blocking. Oh. Okay, well, I'm not entirely sure what happened. I was trying to block. Yeah, I'm trying to learn. That's basically all this is I'm just trying to learn how to... Trying to learn how fast his attacks move, and just trying to learn the timing. And so I'm not really worried about dying. I'm not really worried about performing well. I'm just trying to figure out how the Conqueror works and how the timing works. Because that's the thing is that with the first level bot, he's pretty repetitive, and so it kind of gives me like a smooth little rhythm that I can kind of learn. And he alternates his blocking stance. So if I attack from the left, he's gonna block the right. Oh, or not, maybe not. Oh, and I asked for that. That's the other thing is range. I need to learn the range of this guy. So let's see, can I cheese it? Yeah, I can. Haha. Oh crap. Alrighty. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay. Okay, yeah, so you can block. Okay, so that's a good thing to learn for the Conqueror, is that even if they, I think the only thing to make it so you can't do the shove is if they parry it, because if he blocks it, whoops, that's not a good example because he wasn't blocking. Okay, but stop attacking me, block. There we go. And you can still kind of, you can still string that in there, even if they block. So that's interesting. That's always good information. It was kind of how the class works. Alrighty, there we go. First kill, well, first execution kill, which is good. I always, when I start being able to execute the bots, it's kind of like, okay, so I'm kind of getting the hang of it now. Because that's the thing with every character, is you have to learn muscle memory. With the Lawbringer, I learned that after every connecting heavy, hit square, or if you dodge, or guard break, and then every time you dodge, you hit square and things like that. And if you block, you hit guard break, and I just kind of learned those things and how to time them right. And that's what I'm trying to learn with this guy, is just kind of learn the muscle memory, which that's the one thing I don't like about learning separate classes, that each one has like their own kind of muscle memory. And so my personal opinion is that it's probably a good idea to learn one character, like one character that you know and absolutely love. Maybe two if you have kind of like the, if you are able to transition between the two pretty easily, like, or if they're similar, just for the reason that each one kind of has their own muscle memory and their own takes that can really that can be helpful, because once you start getting the muscle memory, you play better once you know what you can do. And that's the one thing I don't like about learning new characters, is that I basically have to unteach all of the muscle memory and then relearn another class's muscle memory. And that's also one of the reasons why I dropped the Valkyries. I used to, right now I have 3 classes Rep 1, and that's Lawbringer, Shinobi, and Valkyrie. I liked Valkyrie for a little while, but then I just found that I don't know, it just, I didn't feel like I could play that character very long, so. And also, I'm not saying I'm a good player. This is just how I do my thing. I'd say I'm a decent player, but I'm not saying I'm like the best player in the world. I'm not saying I'm a good player, because I know I'm not. I get my ass handed to me all the time. So, alright, let's see if I can work towards parrying, because I've always been terrible at parrying, if I'm being perfectly honest with myself. Actually, let's not try. Nope, that was not a parry. That was not a parry either. Is that oh, that was a parry. Never mind. The parry looks weird because it's with the shield. There we go. That's a good. I should probably just learn to combo instead of trying to parry. Although, does it automatically parry every time I block? That's a good question. Okay. Okay. Blocks interrupt heavy attacks as well as light attacks. Chain after. Oh, so it's kind of like, so his block is automatically a parry. Interesting. Can't feint. Contrary to other heroes, Conqueror can't perform a feint maneuver. Okay, that's always hard. Zone attacks will be maintained to keep opponents. Really? That didn't seem like a zone attack. Maybe I'm not doing it right. Hold on. Let's see. I guess that is a zone attack. Okay, that's interesting. So they don't have a traditional zone attack, and that's what I like about weird characters. Is that they're weird. They're not what people expect. So yeah, that seems like very much like a parry. So let me try to actually parry. Oh no, there is a parry. Never mind. So it's just a really good block. Okay, interesting. So he just blocks really well, and he has a parry. I just have to work on my timing because obviously I'm a little. That's it. see. Let's see. So yeah, I'm actually starting to kind of understand. Like the Conqueror is hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like I can see why he's not very played very much, because he's actually kind of hard. And he's interesting though. I like whoa, my mace just look at my mace. It's glitching out of my hand right now. That's funny. But that's beside the point of this video. So, oops, I should have done the combo. There we go. Okay. So I apologize if I'm gonna get quiet here in a minute. I'm gonna try to really concentrate on seeing if I can beat this guy without losing too much health, if any. So bear with me for a moment. Okay, so I kind of went too heavy on this. Interesting. Okay, so it seems like of all the classes, he doesn't combo very well. Like it's a little weird because it's like his attacks don't combo together really well, which is kind of weird for me because I'm used to them being able to do all these special things, like with the Shinobi. You know, he's just got a couple of different combination things, and then like there's the Lawbringer. He has that thing where if you do a top heavy, that does that weird stun thing, but then on top of that, if you do a light and then 2 heavies, it'll go into an unblockable heavy if they aren't interrupted, and this guy doesn't have any of those, and even just his basic R1, R2 is a little bit special, but then it's just a little bit special in its own right. So I'm getting the idea that he might be better off just trying to just do heavy attacks. Like, you do that, and then you... Oh crap. Oh, I got an invitation. Okay, you probably didn't see that, but yeah, it just seems like his best stringing attack is his R2, R2. That's the only one that comes together, you know, fluently, but it's a heavy. I mean, it's probably, you know, it's pretty fast for heavy, not gonna lie, but it's just like, I feel like his light attack would be better for that, but it doesn't really. Like, it's kind of just like a... I don't know. I feel like his light is actually his slowest ability. I'm actually going to test that out here in a second. So let's see. So light. Never mind, that was a bad example because it just. So let's do a light and then a heavy. That would seem pretty close. Granted, that was also a chain. So let's try this one. So yeah, actually it's about the same. So that's interesting. So you could literally just kind of... Oh, that's a good thing to know. Now, I don't know if you saw it, but so that it wasn't a feint. I don't know if you just saw that, but basically it's kind of like what the Valkyrie has, where if they don't even have to connect to the heavy, but you can literally just do the startup for a heavy, and then if you guard break, it'll just jump you right into the shove without actually doing the heavy. So it's kind of like a guard break. It's like a shove feint, which I find interesting. So here, let me see if I can show it to you again a couple of times. Nope, that was not it. That was terrible timing. Okay, so let's see. Nope, that was terrible. Okay, so let's see. Nope, that actually connected. Maybe it's only on the second attack. Yeah. So let me try it on the second attack and see if it works. Like on the second stack. Okay, yeah. So it seems like if you do the R2 attack, you can actually mix it up a little bit, and then before it actually connects, you can hit the guard break button to do that shove, and you can actually interrupt the second one and kind of use it as like a mix-up to kind of keep your opponents off guard. But you have to hit it like right at the beginning, so it looks like, so you start winding up for it. Well, let me just kill this guy real fast. Boop. Off with your head. And alright, so let's see. Do this thing. Please keep hitting me on the side that I'm blocking. Alright, so I'm gonna do R2 and then Okay, never mind. So it's a little bit weird because you have to do you have to literally kind of do it right at the beginning. Okay, yeah, it's being a little bit weird. It's being a little bit weird. Maybe I'm just my timing's off. Like if I hit it just when my timing's off, that's when it does it. But I don't know. It seems to be. Maybe when you guys have better timing than I do, so that you can make it look like a feint. Because it's like if you I guess so, yeah. If you start the animation, then there's no way around it. But it looked like there for a second that you could start the animation for a split second, so it looks like you're going in for a heavy and then go into the guard break shove. But yeah, once you're well into that animation, there's no going back, which is kind of hard for the Conqueror because you can't cancel. But anyway, that's I hope this wasn't too boring, but that's going to be about it for this video. So you guys have a good rest of your day or evening, depending on when you're watching this, and I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.